Morning, tubes. Gonna see if the old 4890 will start up here. Pretty frosty yet. It was about -8 last night, so she'll be a little grumpy this morning. Got some old dinosaurs on the dipstick there. Got some old dinosaurs in there. Yeah, a little frosty in here yet. Let's see if she starts. Definitely a little grumpy today. That percolate for a while, and once she's warmed up, I'll bring you back. Welcome back. Did a little disking, but it was short-lived, as you can see. So these are getting parked for the year. What do you think, Rex? Do you think at all? Okay, yeah, no, that's for sure. So yeah, I will park them, and that's that. That seems like a future me problem. So get unhooked, and then hook onto the heavy harrows and heavy harrow what I disked, so it's a little smoother. It's not as fun to seed on the moon as it is in a nice smooth field, so that's the plan, and that's what we're gonna stick to right now, hey? What do you think? Okay. Rex figures it's a good plan. Well, we're hooked to the harrows now, doing some harrowing on the spots that I disc. It's nice enough, so I put the harrows in float, and then they do a nice job. 50-foot Flexicoil heavy harrows. Make the old girl work pulling up that little hill. Got a little patch here. This year seemed to be the year of kochia for some reason. I don't know. Just didn't get the right rains for the crop to compete or what. But the kochia did really well. If anybody out there knows use for kochia or something, let me know, because I can grow a mean kochia crop here. That's for sure. It's November 4th or 5th today, I think. It'll probably be the same day. This video will get put up here the same day. So yeah, harrowing off these spots and then put down some authority. authority knockoff, I guess. I forget what it's called now, but it's a residue chemical, so you spray it in the fall, and then it kind of gets activated by the water in the snow for runoff, and then it's supposed to stop the kochia from growing up through it. Kind of kills it. I've used it in the past. It works all right. Every little bit helps with this stupid kochia, but yeah, not fun, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. There's probably 2 or 3 acres here that's grows nothing but kochia, so gotta try and get it under control, because that's no good. And it seems like every year the kochia patches get bigger and bigger, so I've heard of seeding barley because it's a soil issue. Yeah, the soil is just saline, too saline, so kochia grows in that, it likes that, but the crops don't. So the crop doesn't grow and compete with the kochia and choke the kochia out. So I've heard of people sowing barley. I don't know if that's the answer or not. I've considered seeing if I can find a cheap ripper, just with 3/4 inch knives, something that won't really disturb the top of the soil, but will open it up a trench, 24 inches deep at least, probably closer to 36 would be better. But it's so compacted where this kochia is. So get it to hit the land to start draining, and then maybe it'll wash that salt through. I don't know. That's one of the thoughts I had. The only problem here is you might pull up a fair amount of rocks, but that's a risk I'd be willing to take. I don't know. Rip it once and pick the rocks off of it, and maybe that's it for kochia. I don't know. Like I said, if anybody has the answer, let me know. Because this, yeah, like I said, the kochia issue is it's kind of getting out of hand. That's basically the only fall work a guy does now. Disking, harrowing, and spraying kochia patches all fall. Kind of gets old. The old 4890 case runs good. If you have these harrows stood right up and put all the down pressure on them that you can, it makes this tractor work. I pull them usually at 10 mile an hour when I'm harrowing stubble or whatever, so it makes it work pretty hard. It looks worse after I harrow, but that's just because all the kochia is fluffed up again. There's not actually any dirt in all them lumps, it's just kochia fluffs, which they'll probably blow away into the neighbor's field. Then it's the neighbor's issue. So yeah, that's what's going on here today. Like I said, if anybody has any recommendations, any of you keyboard warriors out there, throw a comment on this video and give me some ideas to try with this kochia. Everybody in this area is in the same boat. Everyone's got kochia problems, so everyone's kind of trying different things, seeing what works, but so far I haven't found a real good solution yet. Just doing what a guy's got to do, basically. I swapped a bit of kochia and pushed the swaths into piles and burned it and stuff like that, but that's very slow going, so I kind of gave up on that and switched to that disc that I broke this morning. I Bought that a few weeks ago for this purpose. Of course, got a Trimble 500 in here, nothing crazy. This tractor, all it does is land rolls and harrows, so I know it's got a real nice GPS system, and it's just something that you can kind of tell where you've been and whatnot. That's all this tractor needs. But yeah, I will bring you back when something else happens. Well, we're in the sprayer now, just waiting for the GPS to wake up. Here we go. This is a Miller G75, 110 foot boom, 1200 gallon tank. Putting down some Sulfentra is the name of the knockoff Authority. New job. There. Got the rate there. I don't know what that was. Got the rate. 10.3 works out pretty well 10 gallons an acre. Guess we gotta reset our tank. Set the tank to 1200. Gonna go ahead and zoom out a little bit. There we go. Turn the tank rinse off. Product sump is on. Product pump is on. Boom pressure, product pump just over 80. Boom manifold just over 80. So yeah, for those of you that haven't been in a Miller before, they have an Allison automatic transmission in them. They're a 2-wheel drive. Some have a hydraulic front wheel assist. This one's just a 2-wheel drive. I find I can go through more mud than a deer sprayer with it, but if it's muddy enough to need 4-wheel drive, then usually I don't spray. None of these used to be your boom switches, all 5 sections. Those don't operate anymore. Everything is controlled from the STX, and I have an AC 110, I believe, is the rate controller and sectional controller. Of course, auto steer as well. So yeah, park brake off, push your brake pedal in, hit drive. I put her down to gear 3, so it'll max out at gear 3. It'll shift its way up and then max out at gear 3. Then there you can either use the gas pedal or the throttle there, or there's the hand throttle too, and then hit that button and we're spraying. So again, I'm just doing patches, just kochia patches. This Sulfentra, you're not supposed to spray ahead of canola. There'll be canola on this ground next year. I'm gonna spray it anyways, because if the canola don't grow through it and the kochia don't grow through it, whatever, it's not a big deal. It's not like I was gonna get a crop off of there anyways, because the kochia just takes over. So that's kind of my theory behind it. I've put Authority down before and canola has grown through it, so I'm not too worried at all, to be honest. Like I said, I don't have much to lose anyways, because the crop don't grow where the kochia is no matter what. So hopefully get the kochia kind of under control a little bit. That'd be nice. But anyways, I'll bring you back when I'm not in the middle of a bunch of trees here. Well, still just cruising along. Figured I'd bring you guys with me for a bit here. Just kind of can watch what's going on. I always pull back on the throttle a bit before I turn. That beep is my hydraulic oil level. My hydraulic oil isn't low. They just have the sensor like at the very top of the top line for the hydraulic fluid. So if you don't have your hydraulic fluid like a little bit over full, then that beeps once in a while. Kind of a dumb location they put the sensor, but oh well. I gotta do some work to those breakaways on the end. They're kind of floppy yet. But that'll be next year. The beauty of almost being done fall work is you can just wait for next year. It's a beautiful thing. So that tells you how much you're applying. Application 10 gallon. It doesn't show to the decimal, just to the, it rounds it up or down. How many acres you've done, how many gallons in your tank. There's all your auto steer, AB or contour or whatever.